Welcome to another Forex Killers update. Don't forget to shank that like and comment, subscribe. All right, market has gone up. DXY has gone up, as you saw in my last video. Bullish bias bullish bias on DXY. So upside expected, and upside is what we got. We had a deep retrace. So remember we were talking about this level 104.65. We came in and bearishly retested that. So that was either you're taking some longs on majors or cutting shorts, whatever you had to do. We had a sell-off and then quite a deep retrace. So this over here, as discussed before, was the correction. Still have that as our correction. We're looking at this as, in the last video, potentially 3 ways down, and then looking at 3 ways up, and then maybe 3 ways down. That is a potential, but I just think it's less likely due to fundamentals. So if you're just looking at the chart from a technical perspective, we could go, we got 3 ways down and now we're getting 3 ways up. Maybe tag that 1-to-1, and then, well, I've moved that now. I have to redo that later. Maybe tag that 1-to-1. Climb up a bit more, maybe something up here, and then we could get like a sharp move down, right? Clear everything out, and then go up again. So that is a possibility. Definitely a possibility. I just think it's less likely with the rate hikes that are, I think, expected to come. So just from what I've seen, what little I've seen this morning after Powell talking. So we'll see what goes on with that, but I think he was pretty sort of hawkish on it, and it's going to be continuing on to the upside, and we're going for those higher targets. So higher targets. Where are all my targets gone? Maybe it's on the daily. Yeah. Maybe it's on the lower time frames. Oh yeah, I got rid of that fib, didn't I? All right, so that is one possibility right there. Okay, that I think more likely is just to continue trending on up. Okay, so that's what I'll be looking for. Where are we? Yeah. So if we just get a little fib extension off that impulse, looking at these targets up here, taking these highs out first. So just looking for corrections and up, but potential all the way up to 108, 109, and near 110, etc. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm not expecting that move down, but if for some reason we do get that move down because some sort of shift in the monetary policy, right? We come up and tag, and we do get that move down, right? Then I would be expecting it to come down to this level and then go up again. All right, so yeah, but my bias is to continue to the upside. All right, so we're just looking for we just got to follow the trend, right? So that's what we're doing now. You'll see this on news events a lot. Okay. If you go back, I mean, to me, I'm not going to go back. Obviously, just hard to find and take too much time. But if you go back on the chart, you see this either going down or up. It doesn't matter. So like majors obviously going down, DXY going up, but vice versa. It doesn't matter. You see this sort of thing happen when you get the news. The market's been waiting. It's been waiting for the news event. It's been in a correction. It's been going sideways. All this stuff like we've had. You get the big shoot up, and then you just get this corrective movement up, right? Price will start to consolidate, do something like this, but it almost never gives any entry chance. So it doesn't do something like this, right? If it does something like that, it's quite rare for it to do something sort of that deep and then keep going up, right? In this circumstance, so just don't get it twisted what I'm saying. In this sort of circumstance, more likely for me would just be to sort of keep trending on up, and you get little things like this with like the tiniest little entry chance, and then continue upside, right? So that's probably what I'll be looking for. Absolutely looking for buy setups on U pairs and looking for sell setups on majors. That's my perspective at the minute. S&P, if you saw my last video, spoke about this having a big rejection and coming on down. I said your next shorting level after close last week is at 40.63. We went a bit higher up to 40.78, something like that, and we've had that big rejection candle. So I said once we reach that level, we got to see how the waves are forming, and you know, just a nice sort of impulse off the top, and then we had a corrective wave here. Right, so impulse off the top, corrective wave, and then we've dumped on the news. So playing out in one of the ways that was expected. I'd have to go back and look at my video again to see my strong bias, but I think from memory I would have said if we go up and then correct and put in corrective wave, come sideways, then we'll be looking for another wave up. But I said that if we go up, we're looking for shorts at 40.63 area, and then looking for a big rejection candle. And I said the daily, I do remember this. I said the daily most likely to close above and then reject back down through. So we've done that. You know, it's looking like a double market maker move now. You know, we had that rejection down through the bullish trend, broken back up, and now we've fallen out again. So, you know, again, bias with DXY going up. My bias would be with this going down. So look, on the 3-day here, we've broken, and, you know, I guess if we really get this tight, hang on. You know, pretty decent retest there. So yeah, look, that bullish trend has been, we broke down, pumped back up, and now we're selling off. If this is a 12-hour EL that we're looking at holding for any bullish upside. But, you know, as I explained in that last video, these trend lines give you the indicator before the price, right? So this is a good example of of all those examples I was showing in that last video. This is a good example, right? This is a really good one, because what do we have? We have price has broken out on the 3-day, bearishly retested on this candle, right? We've bearishly retested this bullish trend. We've broken out, right? But we're still up in the zone, right? We're still right up here. So a lot of people, in terms of their bias, they're just looking at this, they're going, it's still in the middle, we could go either way. All right, my bias is going to be to the downside, all right, a bearish bias. Now again, that can change. This is not set in stone, but because of where it is, let's follow this and let's see what happens. But, you know, as price sort of comes down and does all this, right, and we're still up in this region, RSI can be like getting down here, right? So well and truly broken, but price, and then we're looking for our sell setups all through here, right? We might get that move down, get that wick back up to take liquidity, and then we get the sell off. And in the future, we'll be looking, I'll be like, look, here was your mark when you should have gone short, and you should have been looking for your shorts. So anyway, I'm just giving you that real-time example of a break of a 3-day trend, right? And obviously it's not just that, but I've explained the other TA that we're looking at, right? That contributes to it and is confluent to give us that bearish viewpoint. So it's not all over, but we are, if we don't hold that 39.70 area, then it is all over. That's what I'm thinking right now anyway. All right, gold and silver. Gold and silver, I said, I did say we were looking for corrections to buy for more upside. So I guess you could say that was wrong. Happy to be wrong on that. We just didn't get a buy setup. So where was market open? Here, okay. So yeah, looking for corrections for buy setups. So market open was here. All right. So if you're looking for corrections for buy setups, you could say that was a correction, right? So if you're getting in on the 3-wave, right, liquidity grab, and you got an entry down in this region, right, then once price did this and came back to you, you'd probably be considering stopping that out. Well, I certainly would. I was looking at this little expansion leg last night. All right, boom, retest, sell. All right, I went to bed and I wasn't going to hold my short just because the market's just been so sideways. This is what it can do. It can go so sideways for so long, and you're just like, oh, it's just going to go back up again. So you take profit, and then you finally get the sell-off that you've been waiting for, right? But I just took profit at 1844 under here. So, that can happen. Unfortunate, but that's the market sometimes. So, you take it as it comes. Nice little setup there though. If you were bearishly inclined, then you had a nice little setup there and could let it run. New York's really been paying out lately on it's all just around New York. I mean, London's had some, but truly, I mean, if you live in London, you've just got it. You've got it all, because you wake up, you've got London, and then you have your nighttime, you have New York. So it's just the dream. For me, London is my nighttime, and then New York's all through sleeping hours. So it's not conducive to catching those trades. Yeah, anyway, so like I said, forecasted sort of correction and upside, but as I was looking at it, I didn't see it, so I took the short, and even though it was a small short, I took the short, and not caught in any longs. So this is why we keep updated on our charts and keep looking, and here's that 4 hour. 4 hour was broken, so that was an indicator. Had an alert on that, so broke that 4 hour trend, and so again, when you're looking at that correction, we've already well and truly broken. Not the best idea to be long in that. Silver, I've taken a long down at the bottom. I chucked that in, but yeah, silver. Look at this as a corrective wave, obviously now in hindsight. We had that nice retest here up, looking like it's going up, but DXY, I was certainly ambivalent. I was a bit torn, considering what I thought DXY was going to do, and then and what gold and silver were looking. So it was a bit hard, but anyway, that's how that one played out. Silver, not too dissimilar to the XAU, so that's sold off. I've taken a long down here, looking to get a bit of a move up and take profit on that. EU, just inverse of DXY practically, so you're fine there. GU, I took a short last night. Same thing, just a small short, scalpy short, and didn't hold it. Where's my EL? I've got it somewhere. Yeah, so I was just playing this. All right. Right, retest down. Profit under here. That was it. And then you wake up to the massive dump. I'll just show you AU, and then that'll be a wrap, I think. Let's go to AU. So AU, the AU was new. This was news on AU before earlier in the day in the Asian session. So I was short from 680 up here. Was it up? It was either here or back here. I might have held it for a long time. I can't remember. But it was 680, and then when it dumped on news and took out the low, I took profit. So 67055. Yeah. Well, yeah, I was pretty inclined with my DXY bias to get back in, and I almost did. I almost jumped back in on this candle here, 150, thinking 67 150. I was like, yeah, jump back in that short. Didn't end up doing it. I've taken it easy this week, to be honest, just letting trades run, and then obviously we've had that sell off. So yeah, the 4 hour had broken as well. That's why I was quite inclined to take that sell. The 4 hour had broken. So even though I taken profit, I thought, I might get back in on this because this looks like it might sell off. Again, it was just one of those things. Where's the hourly? I think I've got the EL running here. You know, we'd ridden that EL, and then broken down through it, taken that bottom out, looking for another leg up. It failed. You know, looking for a retest up here, just potentially getting up to 260 kind of thing. But it just sort of sold off from there. So, this just played out longer than you want, but that's what can happen, right? So we're just getting all these expansion legs, and then finally just starts to trend down. So that correction's in, right? Yeah. So that's another correction, obviously, and now we're going down lower again. So just correction, trending, correction, trending. 12 hour, you know, we'd broken out bump and run, and then it failed. So this is what we've got to watch out for. Like I said, it's not the be all end all on these breaks. So you've got to couple it with your other TA, and obviously breaking below that EL, you never would have been holding along, as I wasn't. So yeah. The daily, we've got the break, and you know, it's not. I don't really consider this a bump and run, even though it's coming down to tag it, because there's no bullish divergence. So you need sort of a break where it's where it gives you a bit of bullish divergence, but it's just kind of going straight down. We're taking out all these lows, which is not a surprise really, coming down. So I think we can come a lot deeper looking at it, but again, we just got to see what DXY does. Considering taking out all these lows, not surprising if we got a bounce up, right? So maybe that couples in with that lower percentage move on DXY being that flat. Yeah. NU dumping. So NU. Came down, went up, took liquidity, and now we're just rolling on down. Had this as my original target, so we missed it, and now we've tagged it. So might actually be looking for buy setups. To be fair, play it. You know, you got to couple it with DXY, but you also got to play each pair, right? Because some pairs can be stronger than others. So we'll see how we go with that. We'll see how we go. Bitcoin. Jump on Bitcoin. Nice rejection there on the 8 hour. Right, nice little rejection after that correction. Alright, you got to watch these things. Give you an added bit of bias. And yeah, so this was a corrective. Haven't been, I don't trade BTC, as you know, but just looking at it, it was just bearishly retesting this with the wicks, and just looked really corrective to me. So was expecting a bit of a sell off, and now once again quite corrective, and then selling off. Wick down, big pump up, get everyone to buying on this pump back up because they think it's taken out the lows. It's a sweep low, and then it's just selling off again. What have I got on the higher time frame? There's my original squiggle. It hasn't played the best, but on a swing time frame, it's not too bad. So yeah, we got that last pump up, which I discussed, and sort of spoke about the level to be looking at for your short. And I said the first level we'll be looking at for a short is taking the August highs. It's taking the August high. Turns out it was a great short from taking that high. And we've been selling off ever since. So potential, expanded flat here. Not taking out the high by much, but just getting it. So it's expanded rather than the running, but only just. And yeah, so the big ABC that we got going. So ABC, is that a fourth, and then we're coming down for one more, and then we go up. That's a potential. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 5, and then we're coming on down to tag 13.7. Yeah, we could get that, and then head on up. So let's see what goes on. All right, cheers guys. Shank that like. Peace.